My name is Ken Lawrence. I am taking this course to earn my substituting license. This is my reflections video for Module 3, which is an examination of Web 2.0. Question 1. Describe your thoughts after watching the videos about how the Internet has driven change. In the past, I've thought of the Internet as a way to send mail faster and as an encyclopedia, but it allows more people to publish more things and allows for more creativity than writing or reading an encyclopedia. It has not only made people who will never meet closer than family and helped both business and science, but has spawned many new technologies. Question 2. Describe your thoughts after watching the lecture by Professor Wesch. My thoughts were that I'd overlooked something obvious. The Internet is not just a tool, it is something to be studied. What prompts somebody to start a blog or to follow one? Are there leaders coming out of the Internet? Does it really have an influence on things like politics? How does it affect business? I had never considered the sociological and anthropological ramifications. I grew up with Marshall McLuhan's "The medium is the message." It makes much more sense now. The Internet is shaping society as much as society is shaping the Internet. Question 3. What were the primary messages from those videos and lectures? The main message is that we are entering a new era. As television changed the way that people lived, the Internet is changing the way we live. Along with making connections to other people and with websites and social media, computers and software have become much less expensive and easier to use. In work and at home, we are arranging our lives around social media, our emails, our web searches, and our computers and mobile devices. Question 4. Did you relate to those messages? Yes, I am reluctant to go anywhere without my phone. I spend more time playing World of Warcraft than I do reading or watching TV, and that was a very radical change in my life. I've asked for help with software more times than I can count. Computer literacy is now necessary for most jobs. Computer and mobile devices are sneaking into our lives more and more, and since young people are more subject to having their lives consumed with electronics, teaching them will involve knowing how to use this resource. Question 5. What are the implications of these messages for you as a future teacher? Good question. A few examples. We have to be aware of how information is entering the brains of young people. Possibly reading an encyclopedia is not going to work anymore. Being computer illiterate is not going to win the computer respect. You are not going to win respect if you don't know how to turn on a computer. Knowing how to find our ways around message board and websites is going to help in our continuing education part of being a teacher. It allows us to share our experience and learn new ones. Overall, a teacher from last century would not do well in today's classroom. A teacher who does not know how to use the tools that are available, or who does not know how the younger generation assimilates information, is not going to do well either. Question 6. Question the podcast you listen to. The podcast was Teaching and Technology, the Promise and the Disconnect. The subject was the failure of teachers to incorporate technology. The point was that despite the promise of incorporating technology into the classroom, teachers found the software too unreliable and difficult to master. Question 7. What are the ways that Web 2.0 technologies like podcasting, blogging, and wikis can be used in the classroom? Quoting from Ed Tech Teacher, students can use podcasts in the classroom to interview each other, tell stories, create newscasts, hold debates, or run radio shows. Schools can use podcasts to make announcements via their website or to record guest speakers and publish their presentations available online. Quoting from How to Use Blogs in the Classroom, teachers can use blogs to publish assignments, resources, and keep students and even parents up to date on class events, due dates, and content being covered. Teachers can also use blogs to help students master content and improve their writing skills. Students can use blogs to publish their writing and educate others on a particular topic. Students can create blogs for extracurricular activities. Quoting from Wiki from the Center for Teaching, as you're beginning to see, wikis are ideal for group projects that emphasize collaboration and editing. Some common uses include mini research projects in which the wiki serves as documentation of student work, collaborative annotated bibliographies where students add summaries and critiques about course-related reading, Compiling a manual or glossary of useful terms for concepts related to the course, or even a guide to a major course concept. Maintaining a collection of links where the instructor and students can post, comment, group, or classify links relevant to the course. Building an online repository of course documents where instructors and students can post relevant documents. Creating e-portfolios of student work. At a more personal level, I would use podcasts for lectures and for presentation and for practice in presentations. I would use blogging as an exercise in creative writing like a journal or diary. I would use wikis as an exercise in editing other people's writing. Question 8. Should social networking be allowed in preschool through 12th educational environment? If you can arrange a world where electronic devices do not disrupt class or take a student attention, I would say yes. If it disrupts class, I would say no. Question 9. Which cloud-based bookmarking tool did you utilize and what were your thoughts after using it? I used Reddit, which was usually at the tops of the list of articles rating bookmarking software, and it was generally well reviewed. But after using it, I thought that it did not create subedits as easily as Facebook creates groups. Overall, I think Facebook could work as a bookmarking program and it would be easier to use. I believe that's my 3 minutes.